of the King. Back to the Final Four, perhaps back to the Promised Land.
Live from the breathtaking Etihad Arena in Abu Dhabi. This is the moment European basketball has been building towards all seasons. I'm Deniz Aksoy, and I'm here with Vasiliki Karamuza.
Yalla Deniz, what's up?
I'm great. I'm so excited to be here, so happy to be here. And of course, right next to me, Coach David Blatt.
Hello to all the fans.
How are you, Coach?
Feeling great. Excited to be here with all the wonderful characters, players, coaches, and most importantly, the fans, to see one of the great events in European sport.
And then, of course, right next to David Blatt, one and only, Mike Batiste. How are you, Mike?
I'm doing good. I'm happy to be, back in the Final Four, not a player, but sitting here watching and, enjoying everything. It's going to be awesome. I can't wait.
Yes, and then this is the EuroLeague Final Four, where legacy, passion, and basketball excellence converge on one spectacular stage.
Absolutely, Denise. And for the first time ever in EuroLeague's history, the Final Four journey has brought us to Abu Dhabi. This is a milestone moment that perfectly symbolizes how this magnificent competition continues to expand its global footprint beyond European borders.
And as Vasiliki just mentioned, this weekend carries special importance as we celebrate the 25th anniversary of modern EuroLeague. 25 years of basketball artistry that has given us iconic moments etched into the sports history, from Bodiroga's brilliance to Spanoulis' heroics, from Ceska's dynasty to Panathinaikos' dominance. Each chapter has built towards this moment and the celebration of the league's 25th anniversary. Only 25. And we are here with Coach Blatt, EuroLeague champion and Coach of the Year in 2014 with Maccabi Tel Aviv. So thank you for being here with us. We're so thrilled to have you here, Coach.
Really my pleasure, and particularly to sit next to the great Mike Batiste, who unfortunately I was on the wrong side of a couple of finals due to his great play and his team's great play. But at the end of the day, we made up for it, and I'm happy to be part of this great celebration and great event, and so honored and blessed to be a part of the 25th anniversary, and to be a colleague of all the legends that have taken place and taken part of this great competition.
I want to underline again, we're so happy that you're here with us in Abu Dhabi in the 25th year of EuroLeague as we celebrate it. It's an honor, Coach. And right next to you, as you said, Mike Batiste, 3 times EuroLeague champion with Panathinaikos and a current assistant coach of Toronto Raptors. Mike, I know your take. I can guess it. But what's your take on this Final Four?
It's going to be 3 good games, of course. Everybody knows where my heart is, of course. But I have emotional ties with Sharunas. I have emotional ties with Spanoulis. So whatever happens with these 4 teams today, if it's their fate, I'll be just as happy.
Yes, but also Fenerbahce Beko jersey. We will never forget the moments that you wore that jersey.
Oh, yeah. Not really the season that I really hoped for. But at the end of the day, you can really see Fener's vision of trying to be more than what they were, of a Turkish powerhouse. Now they wanted to be a European powerhouse. And for the last 6-7 years, they have done a wonderful job bringing in Obradovic to this. And now my good friend Sharunas Jaskovic is holding it down and is doing a phenomenal job. So good luck to him today, man.
Good luck.
Coach, what about you? What are you looking most forward to this?
Look, who's here.
Look who's here.
Hi, how are you?
This is the GOAT, y'all, the greatest of all time.
Wait a minute. We just saw Panathinaikos president in front of the camera and Dimitris Diamantidis back. Yes, you're coming here. You're sitting here. You're sitting here next to your pal.
Diamantidis is right next to Mike Batiste.
We are teaming up for
this is a historical moment.
This is the Greek side of the table.
Yes, a historical moment. And the fans are chanting for you, for Dimitris Diamantidis and Mike Batiste. Vasiliki, what a moment we're witnessing.
Yeah, you know, these two won 3 titles together. The last one was in 2011 against Coach Vlad.
Yeah, I was at the wrong end of a couple of those.
Yeah.
I love them both, but I really thought and wished I'd never see them again. But I'm proud to be a part of this family.
That's not happening. This is a phase that can never be forgotten.
No doubt.
So, Dimitri, tell us your first word. What do you feel about this competition this year?
I think it's now we have 4 teams that I think they're equal. I think they deserve all the 4 teams to be here. It's going to be very exciting for us as a spectator. You know that I'm Panathinaikos, so I prefer Panathinaikos. We will see. We expect something good, and we'll wait for the first semi-final.
And Dimitris, I would like to ask a question. Name me 2 players from Panathinaikos' current roster that who can become, as you guys, as a super duo on the court with this chemistry that you and Mike Batiste has.
I will say Kostas Lukas and Matthias Lesort, but Lesort is, I don't know, maybe will play or not today, but I think it's Lukas and Lesort.
Come on, guys, we need some inside information. I mean, we got family members, and they're not giving it up. I think we deserve to know. Is Matthias going to play or not?
Coach, have you ever imagined coaching them?
I'd prefer to coach them than to coach against them. I can tell you that.
Yes,
for
but
sure.
have you imagined that moment when you were playing against their team? When you were coaching against their team?
Listen, when you look back and you have the opportunity to work with or against people and players of that caliber, you're richer for it. You know, you never forget it, and it leaves a lasting impression on you as a professional and as a human being. And it's, you know, these guys are deserving of all the accolades they received and all the accomplishments that they managed to bring.
And then we feel like we're talking in our living room. This is our living room, our house, our living room. I have a question to Dimitris. 25 years we're celebrating. We celebrated you, we celebrated Mike Batiste and all the other 23 names. But what makes this league so special in your own opinion?
Of course, this makes special. You play in the top level. All the good players, they want to be there in EuroLeague. So, and me as a player, you know, I start on the small league, and after my goal is to play with the best. So I tried because the Panathinaikos gave me this opportunity to be part of the team, and I want to compete the best. And I was very glad that I was being part of this team that they call Panathinaikos.
But what about this duo? Like, what's your favorite moment with Mike? On or off the court? You can say it as a backstory if you
I
want.
love Mike. I don't know. I saw him. I saw him last night. I saw his wife. He showed me some pictures of the kids. So it's amazing. I'm very happy because he's still on basketball, and we are in touch during the year, and I'm always happy when I see him live.
Can I tell you a little secret? When we doing a couple of meetings before the show, Mike told us, I never thought I would see Dimitris in the States, but I saw him 2 years ago in New York. So.
Yes. Last year I was traveling in New York, and Mike was playing against. Yeah. I called him. For me, it was a great experience because Mike put me, you know, inside to the team meeting. And for me, it was something good. And I
got
love
to
Mike.
see me work behind the scenes. That was awesome, you know.
And I have a question. If I ask you to create your team out of these 4 teams with the players from Panathinaikos, Monaco, Olympiacos, and Fenerbahce, who would you choose? Who would be your starting 5?
Starting 5 because I cannot hear.
Yes, starting 5 from the 4 teams.
4 teams.
4 teams.
Difficult question.
She does that all the time.
I'll take Kalatis, point guard. I'll take Nam, position 2. Position 3, I'll take. Give me some help, please. Give me some help, please.
Nigel from.
Nigel, I will put him at the 4.
Oh, you played him at the 4.
5 men, I will put Lesor.
Lesor.
And 3 men.
Hey,
we have
somebody else.
Number 3.
Excuse me, we have someone else. What were you saying?
Position 3, I don't know.
Maybe Ivan Fournier.
That's a tough one.
Ivan
That's a
Fournier.
tough one.
I will put Sasha Vezenkov.
There you go.
Oh,
There you go.
wow. Hola, ¿qué
Hola,
tal,
¿qué
chicos?
tal?
Oh, another one of the greats. Truly great. So good to see you.
This company keeps growing.
When I
Keeps
see you,
growing
thank
and
you.
growing.
I see you. Always.
You guys are looking good with suits.
Hi. I want to say hello to Juancho.
Yeah, he's right there.
Let me see. Yeah, we are all together.
So much legacy in
Hello.
this table.
Hi, how are you? Would you like to join us for a second? Would you like to join us for a second next to David Blatt, maybe? When you see this picture, Dimitris Diamantidis, Mike Batiste, David Blatt together, what comes to your mind? What kind of picture is that?
Basketball legends. Basketball legends, like players, coaches. Great to see them here.
And then about David Blatt, what do you like the most about his coaching style?
No, he's very simple, even like a friend off court. On the court, it's different, but still, he's a great person.
I will help Ramones. He probably likes the fact that I was smart enough to leave him alone and let him play the way he wanted. And he was one of the truly great ones. You know, when people talk about the 25 legends and about great EuroLeague European players, Ramones is one of the most underrated but most valuable and spectacular players, certainly that I ever coached or that I ever saw.
Thank you, coach.
He's too humble to talk about it.
And then about this super power duo, I would like to call them, Dimitris Diamantidis and Mike Batiste. What are the thoughts about it?
Great friends, great friends on the team, great players. I was very happy to be in the team that time, to play with them, you know. That was a great time, great year. It's a shame that it was only 1 year for me, but I'm so happy to be a friend of them.
Thank you very much, both of you, Romanos Wisconsin, both of you. Dimitris, it was a pleasure. We will see you later on.
Dimitris, before you go, I will take that starting 5 and create a team, maybe in 5 years if I own a team. And you will be the coach.
No.
Can I work in the press office?
Don't involve me with coaching.
See, these guys are too smart to want to coach.
Okay,
They're too smart.
Okay.
The president will be the David Blatt, so
Okay. I will run the media. I will run the media.
also be together. Thank you so much.
Thank you
so
very
happy
much,
to
guys.
see you.
Thank you. Nice seeing you.
Wow.
Special guys, really special.
Step, jab, bucket. Money in the bank.
What a great pass from Galantis. There's your all-time EuroLeague assist leader.
Oh, Kendrick Nunn sending Javon Shields down. It's Vazenko, buys the contact and backs it in. Comes Juancho.
He's so smooth. Hayes Davis wide open. Hayes Davis, if it goes!
And we are here with Mr. Triple Double, Nikola Vucic. Hello, Nikola.
Hi.
How are you feeling?
Great, thank you. Great place to be today.
David, explain it with one word.
The GOAT of EuroLeague centers.
Coach.
Just the truth.
No, he's giving credit to himself because he brought him to Maccabi. That's why,
I brought him when he was a kid.
Yes.
And people didn't know him as well as I saw when I saw him play. But I think the most special thing about Nikola, besides his great talent, his great basketball IQ, his great abilities, was the fact that he was able to bring together all the players from different cultures, from different languages. And he was the bond. He was the one that found a way to make the team whole, in addition to his tremendous abilities, but a winning player on the court and off the court, and was a privilege to work with him, just like Mike Batiste, Rudy Fernandez. These guys, they're made of something more special than just basketball talent.
Yeah, Denise, I have a new friend here with me as well. Rudy, welcome on board. ¿Qué tal?
Muy bien. Thank you, coach. Very excited in this Final Four to be here around this crowd, around the legends. It's a great honor to be here.
Is it too weird for you to be in this Final Four wearing a shoe and not your shorts?
I played last year a finals. Panathinaikos beat us. And yes, good memories, good fighting, beautiful fighting in this amazing EuroLeague. So yeah, another way. So happy with this decision to retire, but now I had the opportunity to enjoy this moment.
So, but last year Panathinaikos won it all. Who's winning this year? I'm starting with the hard questions right now. It's game time.
I want to support the only Spanish guy in this tournament. Juancho is a great friend of mine, but I think the EuroLeague, every time something happens in this tournament, and we'll see. I want to see beautiful basketball, and I'm sure it's gonna be epic.
Yeah, Mike, I think you was about to ask something to Rudy. You got the microphone. If you have one chance to ask a question, and one question is this, to Rudy, what would you like to ask?
Mike,
favorite Final Four memory, brother?
It's 1995 from last year.
The first one title in Madrid with our crowd at home was incredible and great memory for me.
2007, I understand, brother. That's great.
And David has a question to Nikola.
I want to know, of his many titles, what was Nico's favorite EuroLeague championship?
The first one, 2004. Of course, the first.
Always
The first one is always the first one. That one defines so many careers, so many. It started the legacy.
I want to tell you a quick story. In Tel Aviv, when we made an amazing comeback at the very end of the game, Nico, who was not only a great player but very, very smart, he fooled the referee into making a call at the very end of the game that gave us the opportunity for the famous long pass of Borshelev and Derek Schaap's famous three-point shot at the buzzer. But without Nico's smart thinking at the right time, we never get to that point. But this was part of his greatness. And you see that with all of these type players, like Rudy, like Mike, like Nico. They have something extra beyond just the basketball, and that's why it's such a pleasure and a blessing to be a part of that community.
Well, with all these nice stories, what I can do, only start to cry.
We're in our living room. We call it, this is our living room. So, it's like our house and the living room. You can cry. You can feel whatever you would like to do.
Wow, this is amazing. Look at this passion. And this is all about EuroLeague, about all these stories and about these amazing fans. This is these stories like we talk, they're going to talk as well in a few years. Some of these teams, they will have the amazing memories from Abu Dhabi.
And I'm asking this question to all of you. We're talking about 25 years in this beautiful league. 25 legends, we call them, as we mentioned, as you are here with me. But what changed in this league? In what improvements that you see when you look back and when you make that comparison? What is the biggest change?
It's a good question. I think, in my opinion, they changed a lot of troubles, a lot of more games than I started with Juventud in that situation. So more physically, and I think the talent right now in the you start the jump in John situation, so everything is changed. But basketball is basketball around the world, so I think we have to enjoy that moment. A lot of games to watch beautiful basketball.
Oh yeah, the game has. Let me see. I retired in 2014. This game has grown since I stepped away. Attendance has been up. TV ratings has been up. The way you guys put things out on social media for myself, for other people who's not over here, to make us closer to the experience has been phenomenal. And it's only going to keep growing and growing and growing and growing.
For me, I think the worldwide recognition of the fabulous talent that you see in the EuroLeague on a yearly basis, even on a monthly and weekly basis. You know, the players are just so terrific, and the coaching is so great, and you can see the transference from players from our side of the Atlantic over to the United States and the NBA, and you know, I think in no small part it's because of the EuroLeague.
Well, I didn't hear the question, but I'm sure these guys answered it perfectly.
I have a question for Coach as well. We have 3 superstars here with us, 3 different players. What is it that makes a great EuroLeague player at the end of the day?
Generally, for me and for my money, it's the fact that they are able to make the guys they are playing with better, or to understand the situation and to be able to use their brains and their heart to make their teams win. These guys are winners in addition to just being great talents. That's the unique aspect of the top players from the EuroLeague.
Vasiliki, again, last question. I start with Rudy. Make your starting 5 from these 4 teams.
That's a nice question.
Wow. That's a really tough 5 to find. It's
you can do it together. Brainstorm.
Look, for sure, Nan is inside. We have to start with MVP of the league. And then, guys, I took Nan. You can take another one.
You will take Juancho.
For sure.
Juancho,
For sure.
you're taking for sure. Yes.
I think Juancho played great this year. Which the coach said, mentally is what the team needs to make improve and to arrive to the Final Four. I think Juancho today, his role is what the coach said.
And for Nikola, I'm getting Guduric to the starting 5.
Okay.
For you, I'm getting Guduric to your starting 5.
Okay, no problem.
Okay, since we figured this out, thank you guys very much for being with us today. I hope you enjoy the Final Four here in Abu Dhabi.
Thank you.
Thank you so much.
Thank you guys for stopping by, man.
Thanks, Nico.
celebrating EuroLeague's history, 25 years, and it's only 25 years. And look at the names in here with us. Welcome. Hola. ¿Qué tal?
Hola, ¿qué tal? How are you?
We're good.
Finally, you sit in the table, a good defender, eh? No?
Chacho, I will start with right where Rudy left it. He said the only Spaniard is Juancho Hernández, so he's rooting for Panathinaikos. What about you?
I mean, we love Juancho. The teams there in the Final Four had an amazing season, so it will be very interesting. I mean, we like the best for Juancho.
When he was playing, and when you were coaching at the same time, what were you thinking about Sergio Rodriguez?
Well, first thing I was thinking was I was hoping he was sick and wouldn't come to the game because he was that good. But the second thing is, you know, Sergio's brilliance was that he could do what the moment called for. You know, he was such a great passer. He was such a great shooter. He could get to the rim, get to the paint, make plays for himself and for others. But people gravitated towards him. And he also, you know, he didn't do this for 1 or 2 years. He did it for a long period of time, which says a lot. Like Mike, guys that consistently, year after year after year, were winning players and helped the guys around them to be winners. These are special qualities that you don't find from every player.
Mike, Sergio, what about you? When you were playing back in the day, which opponent would you like to stay locked in the locker rooms and never face him?
I've been very fortunate to have great opponents also during the whole career. I remember the year that we played Final Four in Milano, that was tough for us. We had an amazing season and we ended up losing. But I think that moment made us stronger, and we came back the year after, and then we got some compensation in the future. We won different games that we were not the favorites on those moments. But you know, when you've been for so long, you have to face great opponents, and in a competition like EuroLeague, it's like that.
Mike, who was your worst opponent? A guy that was nightmare for you.
Oh, I go back in my time. There's a guy named Gregor Fuska, right? Okay. Slovenian guy, 7 feet tall. He can handle the ball. He can shoot the ball. I was in Biella at that time. I was very young. Really didn't understand coverage and schemes that much. And when I guarded him, he just had his way with me. So he was a nightmare matchup for me. I hope guys to do their homework and know who Gregor Fuska is. Big time talent. And what you're seeing in the NBA, like centers handling the ball right now, I think he was a staple of it. You know what I mean? So do your homework, kids.
I want to give a shout out to someone. I've already said that Nick Vucic for me was the GOAT of centers.
I know the name you're about to say. Can I guess?
Yes, please try.
I thought you were gonna talk about Sofoklis Korchanidis.
Brilliant player. Love him and a truly unique player and person in our game, and deserving of being known as one of the great EuroLeague players. But I'm going to throw a name at you that may surprise you.
Okay.
And unfortunately, he passed away at a young age from cancer. His name was Nate Huffman. Nate Huffman was one of the best European players ever to play. Just didn't get to play that long. He went to the NBA and then because of an injury
to Spain, to Fuenlabrada.
Exactly
I remember
right.
to watch him play, and it was amazing.
I'll tell you a great story. When I was working with Penny Gershon for an assistant, and we had won a couple of titles together, one day Penny gave me a video and says, please, I want you to look at this player, a player from Fuenlabrada, from Spain. And I looked at the tape, and you know, a great player, the guy that we were looking at, because we were thinking of taking guard. But as I'm watching the tape, I see this guy center doing all kinds of amazing things. I came back to Penny and I said, hey Penny, the guy that you told me to look at, he's really, really good. The guy that's gonna be unique and truly was a guy by the name of Nate Huffman. Of course, we went on to win several titles with him, but he was a brilliant, brilliant player, and unfortunately passed before his time, but a special guy.
And rest in peace.
Rest in peace.
Rest in peace. But also, since we're mentioning the names, you know this name, and you know this name, and you know this name. Shout out to Ibrahim Kutlay. What he brought to this league, Ibo. And also right now his son is playing for Real Madrid, a Turkish legend, Ibrahim Kutlay. So what would you like to say about Ibrahim Kutlay? Former player of Panathinaikos and former player of Fenerbahce.
Well, I had a really good, chance to play with Ibo my second year at Panathinaikos. Like you said, unbelievable guy, can shoot the lights out. To sit and watch him shoot the ball like after practice is totally phenomenal. The fundamentals, everything, it was all textbook. And like I said, on top of that, he was a really good dude, so I'm really, really proud to be like his teammate prior to that time. We really had some really good guys with high-level character on the floor and off the floor, and that's what really made Panathinaikos so special.
Clutch player. I was watching his son a few weeks ago in Madrid. He's very talented. Yeah.
Yes. And Coach, your words?
I knew Ibo, of course, coaching against Panathinaikos in my first Final Four as head coach. He was with Jelko, and we played them in the semifinal, and he shot the lights out, and it was a big reason that they won that game. But I also had the opportunity to work with Ibo. He was then the team president when I was with Darüşşafaka in the first year that we brought them to the EuroLeague. And another one of these special people, that great players but great people, and it was a pleasure and is a pleasure to know him and to be associated with him.
Beautiful words from everybody, and Sergio, thank you very much for being with us. I know you're a very busy man. You have other things to do as well.
I have to be honest. I haven't missed playing basketball in the whole year. But now watching them warming up, I got the feeling back.
My hands are sweating too, man, so don't worry about it. We're in the same position.
Thank you very much.
Thank you very much. Thank you, Sergio. But I'm going to leave this seat open because I know we were having another guest really soon.
These moments will be never forgotten. It will be like a legendary, iconic moments that we're creating right now. As I call our EuroLeague living room.
That's right.
This is, and we're welcoming everyone and the fans. And I asked this starting five question to the guys, but I like my question. I'm asking to all our fans. Create your starting five out of these four teams that are competing in Final Four right now. So I'm not asking you guys. I will be asking after the post-championship game. So we will be more honest about it. No, Vasiliki?
Of course, of course.
And right now, these 25 legends represent different basketball philosophies and different national schools of thought coming together to create the rich tapestry that is European basketball. The Spanish artistry, as you just saw. A Greek passion right next to us. Italian tactical discipline and Turkish power. All represented through this list of 25 legends. We'll be right back.
Enjoy the show.
The first semifinal is almost here, and we need to talk about basketball right now. It would be a missed chance to sit with David Blatt and Mike Batiste and not talk about basketball and not analyze the games, right?
Of course. I will start with the second game of the day, Olympiacos against Monaco. The Reds beat the Monegasque team in the 2022 playoffs and the 2023 semifinals. Sasa Vezenkov and Mike James have been EuroLeague MVPs, but not EuroLeague champions. And by the end of the night, one of them will lose the chance to lift the trophy here in Abu Dhabi. Coach, how important is for these players to control the anxiety when you see the trophy hanging around?
Well, you know, everybody likes to say that if you prepare well, you don't need to be quite as nervous. You know, you need to be excited. But the truth of the matter is, and Mike certainly can speak to this, these moments are so special. They're part of the legacy of a player's career. They're part of what these guys have been working for all their lives. And it's natural that they're going to be a little bit nervous, and you'll see some get outside of that quicker than others. Experience does help a great deal when you've been in multiple Final Fours, as some of these players have been. Other guys haven't been in any of them, and that makes it difficult. So I think the teams that have more experience have a more experienced roster, certainly have an advantage from the get-go, and we'll see how that plays out on the court.
And Mike, let's talk about the bigs. Nikola Milutinov, Fall, and of course Moses Wright. So against their bigs, the opponent's bigs, how you think the matchup will be?
There's going to be a lot of physicality in the paint. Like you said, Moses Wright, Mustafa Fall. Monaco has Daniel Tice, a guy I had a chance to coach against in the NBA, has done a phenomenal job since he's been picked up by Monaco. So who's going to win the rebound game to me? Out the two teams will probably define this game. But we know Olympiacos, man, like they defend. And to me, defense always wins championships. So we'll see if they lay their hat on that merit and see how it goes.
I agree, but right now we're seeing someone finally for my team, finally is coming. Ladies and gentlemen, it's Bogdan Bogdanovic. Hi, Bogdan. Bogdan.
One of the great ones.
You need to sit here right next to me because we can have two Fener people on the same side. We need to split you and Denise.
I can't hear nothing.
It's the atmosphere.
No, she was saying that you should sit there because you and me were on the same side. Fenerbahce.
Yeah.
So, Bogdan, how do you see this game?
You see, I cannot hear the questions, so I'm excited to see the atmosphere and to see the game. It's going to be a fun game. This is one of the two best teams in the EuroLeague, and I'm excited about the performance tonight.
Yes, and on 2017, he was holding the cup, you know, with Željko Obradović. Now you're here, you're watching your former team. So how was the feeling? Because we were asking the same thing to Mike. So he was giving the thoughts about it, but what's your thoughts?
It's for sure one of the best feelings in life, you know, just achieving something that is really hard, but you realize that later in the life. I want to see some of the young guys experience there right now, and I hope somebody from Fenerbahce lives it again.
I agree with you.
Good people. I got to tell you, there's a wonderful saying in the English language that describes this guy, one of the truly great European players. Stone cold killer.
Yes.
Not a lot of noise, not a lot of fanfare, just an incredible basketball player that seized the moment. And of course, with his level and with his calm as a player and a person, he was able to and still able to do the great things that he does.
Oh, I'm
Dinner on me.
Dinner on Bogdan.
But like I said, I'm gonna have to agree with that as well, Bogi. Like, unbelievable player here, big shot maker, and not afraid of the consequences. You know, either makes the shot or miss the shot, and that's what you admire from a player right here sitting next to me, man. Unbelievable player, doing his thing in the NBA right now, and the future is still bright for him. So I'm happy to be sitting next to him.
Bogdan, I know you still have a soft spot for Fenerbahce and Partizan. You still love your former clubs. But how much can you follow EuroLeague in the States?
I mean, first of all, these fans and the culture that those teams have, they teach you about the love for the team. They are very emotional, and it takes time to learn that, to kind of fit in a culture. So I'm just excited what it's going to be tonight.
I'm not going to ask you this question because I think you're not going to answer, so I'm asking David and Mike. Guys, do you think Bogdan Bogdanovic will wear Fenerbahce jersey again right after NBA career?
Only time will tell, you know.
The way that Bogdan takes care of his body and the type of game that he has, he can play in the NBA till he's 50 if he wants to. I personally hope he comes back to Europe so we can watch the beauty of his game and his character as a great professional.
Bogdan, come to Fenerbahce.
Yes.
One day.
Yes,
One day,
yes.
right?
We want to see you here again. Tell us a word about what is going on here in Abu Dhabi. A lot of people travel thousands of miles to be there and support their teams.
I'll say in NBA you don't get to see like 4 different fans cheering and chanting against each other and fighting, so that's something that EuroLeague has, and it's unique, and it's unbelievable to come here, you know, and just support your team even against these guys. It brings the more fire in the atmosphere, so that's something that you can see only here.
To you, who is the most special player right now that plays in the Final Four?
Most special player?
Talent-wise, basketball IQ-wise, experience-wise.
Tough question, but I gotta be honest, Kendrick Nunn was the guy who makes the difference, and he is really talented guy, and he makes that advantage, you know, one-on-one advantage that he requires the double team almost all the time. So I'll say him, probably.
And then what does Fenerbahce do to stop him on defense?
They know what they have to do. They know what they have to do. They are very, very prepared. European basketball is very tactical. I know it's very like a chess game. And I know Sharunas is going to be ready for this game. And I'm excited how they're going to guard him.
Before you joined us, we had started talking about the other semi-final, Olympiacos against Monaco. What do you think about Thomas Walkup guarding Mike James and Jerome Lossup game guarding Sasha Vezenkov?
You know, in the history of Final Four, kind of underdogs been written off most of the times. And Olympiacos is big favorites to the game, but this is Final Four. Anything can happen one game. Olympiacos need to keep their focus whole game, 40 minutes, and I know Monaco will be trying to be aggressive and try to outscore them.
Bogdan, thank you for your time.
Thank you, guys.
You brought the luck, I'm sure. I can sense it, I can feel it that Fenerbahce is going to win tonight. Mike, don't laugh like this, please.
Hey, whichever way the game goes, right? Fate is going to decide it. And we have to honor that. So we want to
get Fenerbahce lost 2 times. It cannot be the 3rd time. The 3rd time, it's not acceptable.
3rd time's the charm?
We don't know.
We'll see.
Bogdan, thank you so much. And see you after.
See you
Thank
after.
you. See you after.
Thank you, guys. Thank you.
We're always waiting for you in our living room for the interview. Thank you. the game is beautiful. The league is beautiful. This is EuroLeague. How many legends, how many players are arriving to? How do you feel, David? You traveled, I don't know, 12 hours to arrive. Isn't it worth it?
18, and every one of them was worth it. Special guys, special players, special atmosphere. It's really a joy and a pleasure to be a part of this. It really is.
And Mike, are you getting emotional a little bit?
Oh, a little bit. Like I said, I have emotional ties to everything, right? Panathinaikos is near dear to my heart. They're trying to do a historic feat that has never been done, even for the great teams that I've played on. Going back-to-back is very, very special. I've seen it with Maccabi, 2004, 2005. I've seen it with Olympiacos and our current, back-to-back. That was FS. I know how hard that is to do, and that's a big congratulations. With Olympiacos, right, they was my biggest arch rival. They helped me thrive to the player who Mike Batiste is, right? Your opponents will bring you over the top a lot, and Olympiacos did that. With Monaco, my brother Spanulis is coaching. I know his passion. I know his heart and determination. He wants to win. He wants to win. He wants to win. And then, of course, with Fenerbahce, a team I had a chance to play against for 1 year. We have Sharunas Jaskevicius on that team. Great mastermind of how he thinks the game, great IQ. And his after timeout plays are phenomenal. So we'll see what he draws up and how he puts his players in the best positions to be successful for today.
Yes. And I want to ask the predictions because we've done the analysis, but the predictions for upcoming game.
Listen, this is one of the most even Final Fours
Right.
I've seen in quite some time. Recent history has shown us that the team that wins the regular season title ultimately does not win the Final Four. This year, I have a feeling that Olympiacos, after 4 straight years in the Final Four, has an advantage because they have great experience, because they have great continuity, and because they're really, really hungry to get one. That doesn't mean necessarily that they will win, but if I had to put my finger on one that maybe has an advantage, perhaps Olympiacos this year.
Mike, what about you? What do you think? We want your predictions for both games. Who's winning? Will we see a Greek final after all?
Well, there you go. I want a Greek final, so you already know what my choice is for both semifinals. I'm going to go with Panathinaikos barely edging out Fener, and then I'm going to choose Olympiacos to edge out Monaco. And we'll see a Greek dream that we tried to do in 2012. We just didn't hold up our end of the bargain. We had a really big league against Cheska, but we ended up losing it. And Olympiacos took advantage of that, winning one of their 2 back-to-back titles. So it's going to be, again, 3 amazing games. But at the end of the day, I am hoping for a Greek final.
Are we seeing a buzzer beater?
We're going to see, in these moments, it presents everything, right? It brings the passion, the pride, the joy, the emotion. You're going to see everything in this game right now. And if it comes down to a clutch shot, just like we saw Vasas Micic a couple years ago making a shot at the buzzer, we're all going to be in a thrill for it. So my hands are, my palms are sweating right now. I'm waiting for this first game to start. But again, it's going to be some exciting basketball.
Mike, if Matthias doesn't play, maybe we can fill you in his place, like a last-minute transfer.
And I don't know if that's possible.
I will arrange that.
I don't know if that's possible. That might be cheating against the competition. But
a little bit.
I tell you what, I have faith in Panathinaikos that they're going to play well. Does that guarantee that they're going to win? No. But again, they're here for a reason, and that's to go back-to-back. And if that happens, going to be happy.
Okay. Guys, I don't want to interrupt you, but I'm saying Fenerbahce back home. You know why? 6 times for Jasikevic is in the Final Four. He knows how to win. He knows how to win with his own system. And this year, I don't know, Coach, you know it better than obviously I do, but he has a specific system to the guys. The guys know their roles. Like in Monaco, right after Spanulis arrived to the team, Mike James passes the ball more. They do more defense. That's why they're in the Final Four. They have a big guy, Daniel Theis, coming from the NBA. So it's all about the system right now that Monaco and Fenerbahce have. So my take is Monaco Fener.
If I may offer a professional opinion, and certainly they're worthy and they're capable of winning this Final Four by playing 2 great games. I think that Fenerbahce needs Sharunas to come back and to play point guard, because I think that's not their strongest position, although they have great players that can play that role when necessary. On the other end, they also don't have a true great center. And those bookends are so important for a team throughout the course of the year, but particularly in a Final Four setting, you want to have a great point guard and you want to have a great center. I don't know that Fener, with all due respect to the great players that they do have, if they have those specific positions at the very best level. So it'll be interesting to see. They certainly play smart. Sharas has obviously incredible basketball knowledge, and he's done so well as a coach as he did as a player. So if anyone can turn them into a champion, it would be him.
Coach, thank you. Now I'm relieved and I'm relaxed for my team, but thank you guys. And I'm afraid that's all we've got time for. So enjoy the game, and we will see you right after the semifinal with our post-game show. Stay tuned and enjoy the Turkish Airlines EuroLeague semifinal.